Hi everyone. In this video, I will show you how to use the production module in Kladana and keep records in case you produce in different locations. You can use this approach in both cases when you produce at your own locations and replace semi-finished goods between them, or when the subcontractor is involved in the process and to complete one of the production stages, you transfer raw materials or components to his location. So, when to use this scheme? If you produce in different locations and want to trace semi-finished products or components, you need to create different bills of materials in different locations, warehouses. For each location, you need to create a production order. Pay attention. In Kladana, one production order can be assigned only to one location, and you cannot assign one step to one location and the other step to another location. If you do not need to trace the quantity of raw materials or the components by location, do not use such scheme. Let's consider one case, and I think it will be more clear if we look at the example. For example, we produce t-shirts with prints. To produce such t-shirts, we use components, plain t-shirt and other raw materials like prints and packing boxes. Plain t-shirts we sew at another location. Let's assume that an external job worker sews them for us, and we just supply him with raw materials. But the same scheme can be applied if we produce the entire finished product ourselves in different places. When we receive a sales order from our customer or decide to produce to stock, we analyze if we have enough t-shirts plain. If not, we produce them by placing a production order for our external job worker and trace them. In Kladana, I made some preparations. First, I created extra warehouse, subcontractor 1 warehouse. Second, I created two bills of materials. The first bill of materials describes t-shirt printed. So in the finished products, you can see t-shirt printed as a finished good. And among raw materials, you can see t-shirt, plain and other raw materials. The second bill of materials describes manufacturing of t-shirt plain. So the t-shirt plain is a finished product in this bill of materials. And among raw materials, fabric and threads. Also, I created a sales order. Let's imagine that we produce to order. So the process starts from receiving and confirming the sales order with 500 printed t-shirts. I'm going to ship them from my warehouse to the sales orders created for the main warehouse. I can see that I have zero stock available for order t-shirts. So using add related button, I choose stock replenishment and create a related production order. Press the create button. After that, in the list of production orders, new production order appeared. Let's open it. Inside, we can see that it is an order to produce 500 t-shirts. The production order was created on the basis of earlier prepared bill of material 1. In the raw materials tab for the production order, I can see that I have enough applications for prints and enough packing boxes, but I do not have plain t-shirts. So I need to buy them or produce them. I set waiting for supply status and save it. And then press the supply button. In my case, it will be a supply through production them at the external factory. So in the supply interface for the line t-shirt plain, I choose supply stock by production order. Press create button. After that, in the list of production orders, new order appears. Let's open it. In the finished products, you can see plain t-shirts because according to this order, we need to produce plain t-shirts. Also, that batch will be produced at another location, subcontractor's place. So I change materials and finished products warehouses to subcontractor 1 warehouse. Save it. In the raw materials tab, I can see that I need fabric and threads to produce plain t-shirts, and quantity on hand is 0. Pay attention. On-hand quantity for raw materials is shown for the materials warehouse. We have these materials in stock in our main warehouse, but we do not have them at Subcontractor 1 warehouse. So I need to supply my Subcontractor warehouse another location with them. For that, I need to transfer raw materials. Press supply button for that. In the open supply interface, choose supply stock by transfer. In the line source to supply is chosen, it is main warehouse. I can see that I have enough stock in main warehouse. Press create button. After this operation in transfer section, new transfer is created. It means that stock movement for fabric and threads from main warehouse to subcontractor warehouse was recorded. After recording the transfer in stock report by warehouses, you can see that now I have stock for raw materials, fabric and threads on the Subcontractor 1 warehouse. So recording transfer with raw materials, you can see where they exactly are located and their quantity. Let's go back to the production orders. Now in raw materials tab, you can see enough raw materials. Start production process in the process tracking tab. Also, I changed the status of production order as in progress. And leave the comment subcontractor manufacturing 500 plain t-shirts to see the comment in the list of production order. Save the production order. In the list of production orders, I can see that production was started. It is performed on the subcontractor location. It is in progress and information about the comment. In some days, my contractor partner has sent me a report that he produced 500 plain t-shirts. I can transfer them back to my main warehouse. After receiving the confirmation, I go to the order and complete the production order. For that, in the process tracking tab, press complete button. And then I change the status of the production order for finished. Save it. Let's see again what stock report shows at that moment. In the stock report by warehouses, you can see that after production process is completed, I have 500 plain t-shirts at subcontractor warehouse. Let's go back to the finished production order. Now I need to create a back transfer. In the related transactions tab, I go to the initial production order with printed t-shirts. It is in waiting for supply status. And that production order, I press supply button. In the supply interface, only for the line with missing plain t-shirts, I choose supply by transfer. Subcontractor 1 warehouse is substituted as a source. Press create button. As we remember, after the transfer is created and now from subcontractor warehouse to the main warehouse. Let's go back to the waiting for supply production order. Now in the raw materials tab, you can see that materials are enough. We can start our production process. Go to the process tracking tab, start production, and in my imaginary case, I complete all operations while showing you. After completing, I set the status as finished. In the related transaction tab, you can see all created transactions. Let's go to the initial sales order. Now we have 500 ready t-shirts on hand and ready to ship them. For now, we just change the status for ready to ship and save it. After that, the responsible person will see in the list of sales orders that the sales order is ready to be shipped. This is all about how to supply and record stock operations in Kladana if you produce in different locations. Some useful links you can find in the description below. Put your likes and subscribe to our channel to get notifications about new videos.